Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indie 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and Ms. Z with the Tea, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Oh, Fabo!
I see you.
Your lashes at? Your lashes at? Your lashes at? Your lashes at? I'm looking pretty. 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 Your lashes at? Your lashes at? Your lashes at? Your lashes at? I'm looking pretty. 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 Where your lashes at? Where your lashes at? Where your lashes at? Where your lashes at? I'm looking pretty.
Woo! Yes. Look, I felt like I needed to start tonight off on a high note. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. Hey, Erica. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, girl. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back. Woo! Happy Thursday. I don't know about you all, but this drink is much deserved, honey. It is much deserved. Welcome back to another week. I hope wherever you are, that you are having a good night. You got a good cocktail in hand because we got a lot to cover, okay? But look, check this out. We got a lot to cover, but only a little bit of time, okay? I have to shout out to all of my listeners that are tuning in on Facebook as well as on our YouTube page. After tonight's show, everyone that I mentioned is going to be hyperlinked. So please just take a couple minutes out of your time to hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the Blueprint Media Company and for all of the other channels that will be listed. And then, of course, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the BP Media Co. Okay, all you got to do is type that in. And of course, you want to make sure that you're following me, MzMetchi. That's MzMetchi, baby. It's everywhere. Go ahead and follow. I've got a lot of news to share, a lot of updates. We just got a lot to go through this week, so I'm excited about that. And if you're interested in advertising with me, please make sure that you visit thebpmediaco.com for more information. You can also find information related to any marketing or consulting services at MzMetchi.com. And of course, thank you so much to my amazing radio partners that make it where if you are on the go, honey, and on Sundays at 3:30, if you are listening in, they got your girl out there, okay? It's giving very, very FM, okay? That's what we're doing. You can catch the replay of the Blueprint Live every Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, I'm available everywhere, baby. Spotify, iHeart, all that. Now, before we go any further, I would not be where I am without my amazing sponsors. So shout out to Live Long Health, Copajn Vodka, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. They make it possible for me, for me to bring you all the latest in the news, current events, as well as people that you should know. Now, this week, you all just have me, but that's okay. Y'all know we're going to rock out like how we always do. I shared this with you. I was, of course, doing my research, trying to get everything together for the show tonight. And I came across an article of Ice Cube kind of recounting Selma Gomez liking him. You know, she like had a crush on him. She admitted that was her crush. So I saw that article, and it made me think. I said, you know what? I want to talk about celebrity crushes tonight. But look, this is the thing. I want to know tonight's topic. Growing up, who was your celeb crush? I had several, but I want to know what was your crush? So if you're tuning in for later on in the show tonight, make sure that you jump in on the conversation going live on our Facebook and YouTube chat. I'll post your comment. We doing shout outs. We doing all of that. Like, let's get into it. Now, I tell you all this every week, but I want to remind you again to go ahead and drop your businesses in the comments. Drop your businesses. Drop them. If you have an event coming up, I have some events that I'm going to share with you guys. So I would love if you all could share some things for me. You know, I want to fill up my calendar with all of the fun events. But drop those businesses in the comments. Tag your friends, your family members, your coworkers. If they have a business or something that you know that they're actively promoting, drop it in the comments. Tag them. Now, again, it's no special guest. It's me. I'm the special guest. Now, it's time to hop into tonight's Hate It and Love It. I mean, are you all ready? I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Okay. Tonight's Hate It and Love It. You know, surprisingly, I'll say this. Come on, tax strategy. Yes. Now, let me tell you this. Erica has been my tax partner. Let's start. I will kick it off. We're going to kick it off with a love it for tax strategy tonight. I did not used to have my affairs in order. Ooh, just hurting it. It hurts my heart to say it. But when I started working with Erica, she has helped me tremendously with my record keeping, y'all, and just really making sure that I'm keeping myself as an entity responsible, accountable, and fruitful. So you all make sure, for real, if you are looking for tax preparation, planning, all of those things that go along on the financial sector, you all want to make sure that you get in tune with her. And I'm not, y'all know, look, tax strategy has been a long time friend of the show, okay, and a friend in real life. So get in tune. I'm not gonna tell y'all no more, because I don't want y'all coming back to me like I owe the IRS again, and because I didn't file my taxes. I ain't filed since 2020. Get it together. The resource that's here. Shout out to Tax Strategy. That's the love it. That's the love it for me every year, every tax year, every time when I'm on my check in my IRS to go. Thank you, sis. We love it. Now, this week for everything. So if you all are following me already, I did just make an announcement. Shout out to Potions by P. Shout out to Copajn Vodka. We're coming together, Potions by P and the Blueprint Media Company, to present the Copajn Vodka private tasting. Okay, we are bringing some things for the city, some nice activations where you can just come out, network, eat good, drink good, and have a good time. Okay, Copajn is the vodka to be shared with friends, and we plan on doing that August 12th at a private location in the downtown Chicagoland area. So it's going to be a nice little kiki. Hop in. Okay, Copajn Vodka, they are one of our newest sponsors. I'm super excited for a lot of the ways that we will be coming together this year to really promote their to promote their brand and to get the name out there for everyone, not only just their brand, but the people that are also working in conjunction with Copajn Vodka. It's an amazing brand. And I'll tell you all this. This is my story of how I have grown to love Copajn Vodka personally. I am not a vodka girly. Vodka used to give me very Nuck If You Buck vibes back in the day. Very like, let's fight. I want to fight. And I can't describe to you what it is. It's just that's what vodka would do to me. But I will say this. Not Copajn Vodka. No, much too smooth. Much more relaxed. It's not doing all of the stuff of what I had before. So I can completely say that I am a vodka girl, but I'm a Copajn vodka girl. Okay, there's a difference. There is a distinct difference. And you all are going to be able to taste it for yourself August 12th. So the RSVP link is on there. Now, understand this. We do have a limit, so everyone is not going to be able to attend this one. But we've already locked in. They are going to be one of our main partners for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch. And I've already told my insiders, anyone that's listening to the show, y'all going to be hearing about the LinkedIn Lit Brunch forever. The next one is October 11th. Mark your calendars. If you missed it before and then you were looking at the pictures like, damn, I should have went. Yeah, you should have. Absolutely. So you're not going to miss the one in October. And you're not going to miss this tasting because you're going to go, once you leave from this live, once you leave from my show, you're going to go onto our social media and click that link and RSVP. Clear instructions. So that's what I love it. I'm super excited. I always love to be tapped on to do things to promote those within our community and promote businesses, Black-owned businesses. That is something that is very, very important to me. At the core of what I do, at the core of the Blueprint Media Company, that's what it's all about. So I'm super excited to highlight this brand because it's really good. This is good. These are good drinks. These are good cocktails. A good time. We're going to have a great time. So that's the first Love It, kicking it off. The second one is the All White Affair next week. So next week is Black alumni at SIU. Shout out to all of my Saluki. Shout out to all my people that are going to be there. Even all of the ones that are not going to attend. It's crazy. They've been having Black alumni for, of course, all the time, every 2 years. That's just been tradition. And I only just recently went within the last few years. So I'm excited to return this time and, to be one of the hosts for the event. It's super exciting. Super exciting. I've already got my dress. I got everything packed. We're ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. Moving along, my next Love It. I told you I got a lot of Love It's tonight. It's my girl Chanel's birthday. Chanel, Nelly now. Happy birthday, sis. I had the opportunity to kick it with my good sis yesterday. I love you to the moon and back, friend. And I tell you what, let me tell you about Chanel. It's always important to me. I don't care what's going on within the first 2 weeks of July. I'm always going to check in with my girl Chanel first. Because let me tell you, Chanel is the friend that shows up. That girl hears you when you're quiet, child. Let me tell you, okay? Her level of friendship is the quality of Chanel, the perfumes of the clothes and things that you all wear from the brand. It's high class, honey. It's high class. That's my girl. So I love the fact that we were able to support and to, get out there and to show some love. Everybody is going through things. Just that they are. Oh my gosh. First off, y'all are coming out the wood. Gosh darn it, I'm finna have a sip. I love all my friends. I really do. And it's like we're all getting older. Oh, Kim! All of the girls are pouring in. Hello, girls. Actually, I am about to give an ode to my girls. So just give me a couple minutes of y'all time because I know y'all be like this. I gotta get back on TikTok. It's an addiction. But my Love It outside of first off, shout out Chanel. Happy birthday, sis. I love you. And I hope that you are having an amazing day. Okay, an amazing day for an amazing girl. Okay. But my other Love It is this. Let me tell you, life has been life and lately. And I have been having a conversation with one of my friends recently about just how the power of friendships and those sisterhoods, or even if you have, friendships with people of the opposite sex, whatever, but just those friendships that they hold you and they keep you during certain times where you can't even keep yourself. Do somebody hear me out here? Okay. Does somebody hear me out here? It's me. I am just at a place where I find that even when life is the most challenging and all of those things, it's just sometimes it's okay to like lean back. I'll be trying to get my Fat Joe and Remy my own lean back. And that used to be really, really hard for me, right? The hated it is that I, at one point in my life, did not possess the vulnerability to lean back. And then God allowed me to be blessed with people where they just like this. No, it's really okay. And then it's like, it's soft back there. Like they have pillows and stuff, a soft landing, real friends, real friendship. It's just been the thing that has kept me, especially because let me tell you, spring going into summer, it got personal. Like I was just like, is somebody, did I leave a hair at somebody's house? Do I have voodoo on me? Like what is going on? Like what, why? I don't understand. Like I'm perplexed. It was so much, but it was, it was those girl talks. It was those girl, get your funky ass up and go, come out with us. I mean, it was literally those conversations. It was those things that really, really helped me to push through. And then funny thing is, even when I'm going through stuff like that too, I'm still trying to find a way to push and like, reach out and check on. I'm like, wellness check. How are you doing? What's going on? Being intentional about like, not just going through people's phone and asking them for stuff, but like, hey, how are you doing? Like, are you okay over there? Like what, being intentional. The intentional relationships that are in my life and in my vicinity, they are in my aura right now. I am thankful. That is the love it. That's the love it. For me, how can there be a hated it after? I don't have one. This week was a little bit stressful. And I tell you what, y'all, I had a breakthrough. And I had a breakthrough that I want to share with you guys. Because how many people are tuning in? And answer this silently, because I had to today when I got triggered. Just a little bit. Because the girlies, we're in therapy, honey. We're going to therapy. Okay, we're doing self-reflection. We're getting ourselves together. But it was more so about the thought process of how sometimes when we are like super wired women, Black women in general, we are trying to go. We get it at every time. We like, what? There's a problem. Let's fix it. There's danger. There's calamity. There's confusion. But sometimes we take those thought processes into our interpersonal relationships, right? No matter what they are at any frequency. And we can make assumptions and not communicate the most effective. Okay. And y'all know this. Look, I'm in media talking. I do this stuff for a living. And even I fall short. Okay. I'm like, I wasn't the most effective in that moment. But I love, for me, it's like all of these realizations when you realize them, but then you find better ways to navigate. And then it's like, for me, my level of maturity is being able to call myself out on my own stuff and own up to it. Gone are the days like, look, I know, let me tell y'all this. There's some women that pride themselves on like, oh, I don't apologize for different things. And I was just Kim and you are my witness, baby. We just talked about this. Women, we will apologize if we're in the wrong. Like the reflective girlies, the girlies that have done the work, the girlies that have girlies around them that are holding them accountable. Okay. We will say we're sorry when we fall short. I'm thankful in these days for reflection. So even though this week kicked my butt, I got in the paint. Y'all. And for me, that is the love it. I want you all to drop your hated and love it in the comments. I have to take a quick break, but when we come back, you all, I have a what would you do that you're going to need to. Where's my shot glass? You got 24 seconds. Okay. And it's starting right now. We'll be right back.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it is time for tonight's What Would You Do? Now, look, I'm about to give you all a couple little random things, but you're going to see how it ties together. This week at work, I had to do some training. I'm about to pour up as I talk to y'all. I had to do some different trainings. You all know how they go with the online stuff when you work for the different corporate people. And you have to do sexual harassment. And one of the things that I noticed, because naturally I'm in property management in the commercial real estate world, so I do these trainings yearly, okay, if nothing else. And hold on, what's these comments on here? Hold on, that moment of self-reflection is brutal, but it's needed. Oh, Jacinthia, baby, you ain't never told a lie, sis. That self-reflection is hard, but it's real. It's real. It's real. And it is needed in order for us to grow and evolve. So I love that you acknowledge that, sis. Like, thank you. Thank you, sis. But yeah, so this week when I was doing the training, a thing that I noticed, because I do this training every year, is that this one was a little bit more focused on men being sexually harassed. There was like a completely different chapter on its own about the fact that, you know, men are often sexually harassed at the workplace and nothing, you know, ever done about it, like going through all of the steps of what you needed to do to report it. It was kind of wild, right? So that brings me to tonight's What Would You Do? Okay. Well, David's tuning in. What up, David? He said, watching from 1846 Coffee in Cedar Hill, Texas. I'm freeloading off their Wi-Fi. Well, look, welcome. Okay. Look, we all got to get the Wi-Fi from somewhere, friends. So thank you for tuning in. Now, that brings me to tonight's What Would You Do? I got this, because we have to cite where we got it from, honey. But this is from Michael Turner's MT Shenanigans page. And I wanted to share this one with you all because in light of this training that I had and then seeing this story, I'm like, I wonder what my listeners would say. So here it goes. This woman at my job hit on my butt. She walked up to me, told me I smelled good, and smacked me on my butt. A cute white chick. I told my boss about the incident, and he wrote her up. She was also suspended for 3 days. Some of the other coworkers even talked about me. When she got back, she called me all types of names and tried to embarrass me. I'm married, and I felt violated. If I had hit her on her butt, I would have been fired. Was I wrong for telling on her? Now, this is the thing. You can't do that. And he was not wrong. Easy one. He wasn't wrong. You cannot. Now, understand this. Hear me clearly, okay? Because, you know, I had a life before I was a wife, okay? So I would be lying to you all if I said that there was not times in my work history, my work experience, that there were not men within the vicinity that it's just like, I'd like to smack that. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. Okay. You're there, you're single, you're working, you're doing whatever. I want to smack that ass, right? Like whatever. You have to control yourself. Man or woman. You can't just go around grabbing on people's body parts without their permission. And then there are some women that feel like that's okay. David has an interesting take. He said, I had a gay man hitting on me. Really? You know, if you even misgender someone within the workplace, that can be disciplinary action. So the fact that, you know, if they're hitting on you and it's unwarranted, is you know, you don't want that. That's also a wrong. Said, homie thought wrong about me. Told him I'm not okay. Okay. You said you didn't swing that way. I have to take that comment down. But, David, I'm sorry that you went through that. I mean, you know, this is the thing. You shouldn't have to go through that anywhere, whether if it's in the workplace, if you're just out with friends, you're at the store, you should have no one making those advances. Just as they said, unwanted is unwanted. You can look, but you don't have to touch, and you don't have to say everything that comes to mind. That part. Because what I just shared with you all about the fact that I was in the vicinity in my life before where I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, like this person, you know, like, okay, they got it going on, whatever. You know, you can't be ludicrous when you're going out in the streets and you have to talk to people and do all, you cannot do that. It doesn't work like that. You can't, unwanted is unwanted. And especially like unprovoked, like this man, all he did was just exist. And you felt the need to touch him. I don't think that he was wrong for saying anything, because please believe, and especially him being a black man and her being a white woman, that if the roles were reversed, we all know what that would look like. It would be far more than a 3-day suspension. Full on, you gotta go. We're walking you out of here. Here's your last check. I don't think he was wrong, personally. And I just gotta leave it there. I don't think that he was wrong. And if he felt violated and there was an unwanted touch, I don't think that he was wrong for saying anything, because there's just some places where that is inappropriate. Now, if you go into the club and somebody groped you up at the club, you might not be able to report that. But at the workplace, you deserve to be able to go to your workplace and not have to worry about being groped on by any of your coworkers, male or female. You should not have to worry about any unwanted advances. I see you all are trickling in on our live through Facebook and YouTube. Tonight's What Would You Do deals with a man that he was groped at his job. And he told his management, and they ultimately suspended the young lady for 3 days and wrote her up for the incident. Cynthia agrees that he was not wrong. He wasn't. I don't think so. I don't. Hey, Lynn, what's up, cuz? She said if roles reversed, he would be walked to the door quickly. Yeah, there would be no suspension. There would be no, oh, we got to investigate this and we have to see. They're going to automatically, if you go and you say this person did X, Y, and Z to me, they are walking them out the door immediately. And unfortunately, it happens for men too, you know, that they're experiencing that same level of uncomfortability at work. And then they feel like they can't say anything because, look, he mentioned that some of his coworkers talked about him for telling on her, as if he didn't have that right to. That's concerning, personally. I think that is true as well. If those roles were reversed, he wouldn't have an opportunity. Nope. Not at all. So I'll let you all ponder on this one. Y'all let me know what you're feeling like in the comments here. I told y'all I have to move because look, MzMetchi got a hair appointment after this. Ew. I got my little pineapple. Y'all like it? Ew. I have to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be hopping into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. And then let me just remind you all, of course, for tonight, our topic was growing up, who was your celeb crush? I gotta know. Y'all gotta tell me. Okay, we'll be right back.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them more mistakes are gone, I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Welcome back. Hold on, David. Let me read your comment before we hop in. He said he did apologize about it, and I told him what made him think I was gay. He told me he can tell by looking at me in my eyes, and he sounded stupid. And this was on the streets of Dallas at night. Damn, David. I'm sorry that happened to you, friend. Like that. I mean, again, harassment like that is not. It's not fair in any form. Period. Like it's not acceptable. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't rock with it either way. Like, I don't care if you a man doing it to a man, a woman, woman to a woman, woman to a man. Don't touch me. I'm real big on that. I don't even want nobody up by my dang on desk. Get away from me. And it ain't even nothing bad. I'm just like this. You know, everybody, we be coughing, sneezing, all types of stuff. I'm like, get out. Get away. Like, everybody. It don't have nothing even to do with anything. I'm like, don't get close enough to me to impair me. Get out. Get away. Don't touch me. Now, what's happening? What's up? Look, I've been showing y'all the MzMetchi show preview, and it's like in the final stages, and I am so excited for my talk show to be released. When I tell you, oh my goodness, I've been working on that particular project since 2023. When you all see the first episode, y'all gonna see like I don't even look like that no more. Ooh, baby, I was fine. Never not fine, honey, but was a little pleasantly. I'm like, ooh, look at that. What's going on over there? So I'm really excited to release that project. And it's so funny, in the preview, I had an opportunity to film with one of my favorite brands ever, which is Coach. You know, and I mean, if those that know me, baby, I've had coaches since I was a little girl. I've had coaches since I was a little girl. And to be able to have a featured segment with them, you know what I mean? Again, it's about, I tell you all the time, it's about building and sustaining those relationships. And one of my girlfriends, and you all know her, okay, of, you know, our former anchor for the show, Tia Chanel, she told me, she said, it's amazing to me how you meet people along the way, and just whatever it is that you do, you know, you bring them around, or you know, put them in the vicinity to be able to, you know, promote or whatever it is that they do. Cause it's like, it's gotta be in you. Okay. And the MzMetchi show is just an extension of that. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So excited to share it. And it'll be coming soon. Like I said, I haven't, it's coming this summer for sure, but I will be releasing the dates. I just want to make sure I have like all of the edits and everything. Like, for me, I'm a type of person where I don't mind it being a wait if it's going to be right. Okay. Because you can't have stuff. This is my baby. My baby. Okay. Just Cynthia, she says this, I'm so excited. I know it's going to be big. It is. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Since the next brunch is October 11th, just letting you know. David said, congrats on your talk show. I can't wait to see that. I'm happy for you. Thank you, David. It's going to be lit, friend, like for real. Let's kick it off with tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. He said, please pray for the people that lost their homes and their loved ones in the Hunt, Texas flood last week. I cried when this happened. First off, David, I'm with you on that. One of my stories, and I hate to have to report this one, it was really, really sad to hear about, you know, the simple fact that almost 119 people across Central Texas lost their lives due to this flood. You know, a lot of the things that we're seeing as far as a lot of the drawbacks that are happening on the governmental side, as far as just different organizations that were literally implemented to help keep us safe. Those being dismantled, we're seeing some of the effects of that. And I was so sad. I mean, literally, I'm just tears, for real tears forming in my eyes after hearing all of that. And then, oh my God, all of those children and the instructors that were at that camp that didn't evacuate. It's something fishy to that. It's something fishy to it, right? Like, that made me uncomfortable. Because why were y'all one of the only ones that did not evacuate? I have questions, okay? But right now, all of those people are mourning their family members. So there's no time to try to get into further investigations, but it's just like, Jesus. Sorry to have to report that, y'all. And we're going to move back up. So it's a few things that's going on. Now, look, I know that you all remember the Jeffrey Epstein, that case, and the fact that he is no longer with us. You all know the story. I won't say that. I'm not trying to get flagged tonight, but I know that you all remember that at some point that they were saying that there was a list that the Department of Justice had in their possession. Okay. It was said by a member of the White House that there was a list from Epstein's Island. Okay. And now they are saying that he did not maintain a client list. They said they will not make any more files related to the wealthy sex trafficking investigation public. Okay. Now, Attorney General Pam Bondi had previously made different promises that not only was there a list, but it was going to be released, right? This is our Attorney General. Now they're saying that it's not a list. This is one that we want to keep our eyes open for. I'm pretty sure that there's something to that. And I think that we, as the smart people of the United States that we are, we need to keep our eyes on it. I certainly will. And you all know that I'll be sharing the information here with you all first on what's happening, what's up. I turn you all to a different direction. Now, I'm not sure if you all have heard of Tabitha Turner. Her story was just released recently. She was maced in her face by her Uber driver for requesting air conditioning. Hear me clearly. Take a sip. Take a sip. She got into her Uber from the airport. She's a sports commentator. She got into the Uber. She said that the young lady was riding around with the windows down for quite some time. And then she got on the expressway. Now, the young lady didn't say anything before she got on the expressway because she thought when she gets on the expressway, she'll turn the air on. Apparently, when she got on the expressway, not only did she keep the windows down, but she also she turned the AC on. Now, when the young lady started to ask, could she roll her windows up and could there be some adjustments? Because again, the type of Uber that Tabitha booked was one of the premium ones where you get to kind of make your selections of how you want your ride to go. The Uber driver pulls over and tells her to get out on the expressway, on the E-way, y'all. The young lady refused, just saying like, hey, this isn't a safe spot for me to be left. Is there any way that you can take me? You know, she's like trying to plead with the lady because again, they are on the expressway. The young lady then turns around and maces her in her face. Unbelievable. Tabitha, get paid, young sister, get paid. And so the young lady that turned around and maced her, like, first off, what pained me was the simple fact that these were two Black women, right? Sisters, we have to do better. We have to do better. And the young lady was not wrong for if she had a service and she requested it to ask for it. And the young lady is like, baby, if your AC doesn't work, whatever it was that prevented you from rolling the windows up, if you just simply forgot, if you were annoyed, if you were having a bad day, maybe you shouldn't have driven that day. That's kind of horrible. That's kind of whack. Why would you do that? Just Cynthia said, baby. And I know, baby, I know what that baby mean. Like, honey, when I tell you fisticuffs, fisticuffs, fisticuffs. Now, moving along, if you're in the Chicagoland area, the United States Marine Corps is inviting the public to celebrate its 250th anniversary during Chicago's Marine Week. They have some different activations going on within the Chicagoland area. If you're out this way, you know, honey, or if you're a tourist and you're just trying to slide into town, they have things going on this weekend. So you all make sure that you check out their 250th anniversary this week. It's Chicago Marine Week, y'all. Now, I want to know you all's opinions on this story. There's a gentleman that he's currently locked up in a Utah prison. When he was originally locked up, they gave him the option of how he had gotten the death penalty for killing a mother of 3. Okay. Originally, he said that he wanted death by a firing squad. No need to go into the details of that. Look it up if you're unsure. Okay. But needless to say, there's been a significant amount of time that has passed. And since then, he is suffering from dementia that is worsening by the day. Okay. So here's the dilemma. They're still planning to execute him, even though this man couldn't even tell you what the heck is going on or why he is even in the position that he's in. You got a lot of people that are on the fence of, hey, he did the crime. He originally signed up for this. They're saying, you know, he's got to do what he has to do, right? They have to, you know, Utah has to do what they have to do. They're trying to petition to get that execution date abolished. I want to know what are you all's thoughts on it? I mean, he did a very heinous crime, right? Horrible. But with his, you know, with his declining state, should he still receive that punishment? Because I mean, he's still locked up. He's still not going to have a good quality of life, right? If they keep him here. I don't know. Y'all know I like to talk controversial. Now, something else that you all should know, and I want y'all to pay attention to this because it has to do with subscriptions. Now, a click to cancel rule, which would have required businesses to make it easy for consumers to cancel any unwanted subscriptions and memberships, has been blocked by a federal appeals court just days before it was set to go into effect. Okay. Now, if you got Netflix, Hulu, Disney, you know, Prime, whatever that it is that looks like, they were supposed to make it easier for you to say, hey, I want to get out of this. I'm done. Oh, no, baby. They want to make it a little bit more difficult. Y'all keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Something else that I think that you all should know, especially those with the little ones. The United States currently is having its worst year for measles than they have in over 3 decades. We're only halfway through, y'all. We're only halfway through the year. And they saying that the measles is jumping up. What the hell? What the hell-iante? What the hell-on? Now, a story that really ticked me off, and Anthony told me about this. Did you all hear about that funeral home that was accused of stashing bodies? They defrauded the government out of over $900,000. So they're expected to apparently plead guilty in federal court. It was a couple. And yes, I'm not even going to answer the question because y'all already know. Last story for tonight that was a little bit disturbing. That's just letting me know we are headed back in time. Now, President Trump has issued a new order saying that all of the national parks throughout the U.S., that they're supposed to charge a surcharge for international visitors. Okay. So if you're coming across, you want to go and, you know, do different things at the Grand Canyon or all of the national parks throughout the United States. He wants to specifically charge people from out of the country a fee to visit those places. Now I will say this: whenever I've gone to other countries, they've been so kind as to let us pay what the locals pay. That's kind of like the thing that you do because they paid to kind of come here. Yeah. All we can do is pray at this point. I have to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to be hopping into tonight's topic: growing up. Who was your celeb crush? Get those names together. Get it together. We'll be right back.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
All right, are y'all ready to talk about celeb crushes? Let's just keep it fun and lighthearted. It's the summer. You know, we talk about all the deep stuff in the winter. So look, growing up for me, let me tell y'all, okay, my crushes that I can remember where I was just like, baby, I would move mountains. B2K, Jet Jackson. Okay. Yes. I'm taking it back to the throwback. Jet Jackson. I need to know. And like I said, tonight's topic was sparked because I was reading that article about Selena Gomez having a crush on Ice Cube, which I'm just like, I get it, girl. We all had a crush on him. And then child, when Straight Outta Compton came out, his son. We was like, I was in the movie like trying not to step too hard. I'm like, I went with my man. I was like, ooh. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm staring a little hard. He liked the light-skinned version of Ice Cube. I feel away, you know, I'm feeling things. Things are happening. Okay. But yeah, so you know, when I saw that, I was just like, huh, it made me think, who were my celebrity crushes? Definitely, yeah, B2K was probably the first one. Like that, like Jet Jackson was the first one where I was just like, oh wow, like I'm like, he's a cute guy. You know, we were watching him on Disney, all of that, you know, that was good. But then by the time B2K came out, you know, we were a little bit older. I'm just like, I know that I'm wanting this. I know I can handle this. You know, it was giving all of that for me. So I would say B2K was definitely the first one. They were the first ones. I was just like, yeah, I need that. I gotta have it. And I'll never forget their first concert that they did was at the Rainbow Skating Rink. It was at the Rainbow Skating Rink, and they performed. Who else was it? It wasn't Sammy. It was somebody else. But baby, we had a time. And then walked out. Now I'm walking. I'm trying to meet my mama because she had already told me where her little spot was gonna be at. Because bless my mama heart, she came to that concert and stayed all the way out there because she was not trying to waste no gas going back to the suburbs and coming back to the city to come pick us up. So my mama was in tow that night. And as I'm walking, because mind you, she told me where she was going to be down the block. She's like, it's going to be hella traffic down there, Demetria. You're going to have to walk down here. So when I got out, I'm walking. I'm like, we walked past the tour bus. We walked past. And J Book stuck his hand out. Raspy stuck his hand out. I'm like, my night is made. Like, I'm like, I love B2K, and B2K is right here. They hiding from the fans too. They hiding from the fans. I'm hiding from the fans. Yes. That was everything for me. Hold on, David. What you talking about? He said apparently Trump missed the Supreme Court ruling that stated he cannot file a federal injunction with class members that are not even in his sight. This will be overturned. 100%. Yeah, clownery. It's giving very clownery. David, who was your crush back in the day? Drop it in the comments, friend. I was talking about my crush was B2K and how I was on them real bad. Yeah. And then it's like now, who is the crush now? Y'all gonna probably talk about me. I don't care. I'm team OVO for life. Drake is still my crush. That's still the celeb crush for me. That's still the one. Still the one. Yes. Absolutely. Love it. Love it. I can't wait to get in the car. I'm gonna bump his new song. Okay. The one that's currently on repeat. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Okay. I want you all to drop your celebrities in the comments that you like. Okay. Oh, David said Lizzo is his crush. Okay. Well, who was your crush when you was younger though? The topic is growing up, David. Lizzo is the crush though. I crush on the girlies too. I love men, but I crush on the girlies, not like that. Like I ain't trying to be with them. But the girlies are cute. The girlies are fashionable out here. They're beautiful, voluptuous. Okay, we love it. Lizzo is definitely the crush. Y'all drop y'all crushes in the comments. Y'all a little quiet tonight. I need y'all to get louder. I'm going to take a break and we're going to close out with tonight's quote of the night. I told y'all tonight was a shorty. I'm getting ready for next week, y'all. I got so much to do. I got to go. It's thundering and lightning currently. I think out by me it's probably likely going to storm. And I got to go get to it. Okay. I got to go get to it. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
So I've been talking to people this week, and baby, they've been having some haters on them. They've been having some haters in their life. So this tonight's quote of the night is going to be real quick and to the point. Someone out there is holding their breath, hoping you fail. Make sure they suffocate. I'll say it again. Someone out there is holding their breath, hoping you fail. Make sure they suffocate. Somebody sees you come up on their timeline, they can't stand you. They can't stand you. I have people in my vicinity that I know purposely scroll past my content. They'll only check in on the ones where I could see. And I check analytics for stuff because that's what I do. Right. And I be looking, I'm like, not you viewed it. And scroll past that, it'll be me and 15 other people that'll post the same thing, and they're going like the other 14 people, and they're not like that one. Real petty behavior. If you are waiting for me to stop, only God can do that. It won't be because of none of you raggedy folks. And we talking about the raggedy folks with the raggedy spirit, because all my people is good. But we talking about the ones with the raggedy spirits, the raggedy ones. Let's see, David. Oh, he added on. He said Jackie Harry is my crush on 227. That lady was and still is a beautiful actress. She's still fine. You ain't never lied about that, friend. Never lied about that. Now look, next week, y'all know I'm gonna be out. Y'all know I'm gonna be out for for next week, and I'm gonna get back once I come back in. It'll be a little bit more consistent. I'm excited to bring on some of my partners for the Copajn activation that we're doing on August 12th. I'm super excited about that. David, I so wish you were out here in the Chicagoland area. I know you and your wifey would love to come to some of those events. Man, like all my people that's not in the Chicagoland area, we got to get some stuff together. We got to get on the same page, come and do some things in your city. Like, let's make it happen. But I'm so super excited for all of the things to come. Next week I will be down with all of my fellow Salukis that are going to be in attendance next weekend. And, even some of the ones that are not Salukis that's going to be partying with us, because baby, we're going to have a few of them and we're going to have a good time. Everybody's going to have an amazing time. We're excited about this. So I'm just, it'll be nice to take some time off. I am out of office next Tuesday through next Thursday through the following Tuesday. Don't call me, don't text me, don't expect a response. I am not doing nothing. Anything that you see on social media is auto posted. Period. That's just where we at with it. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company on all platforms at the BP Media Co. And make sure that you're following me, your girl, MzMetchi, on all platforms. That's MzMetchi. If you haven't, follow my sponsors, follow the partners for the show, please make sure that you do that. After tonight's broadcast, everyone will be hyperlinked that I have mentioned tonight. Love them down. Shout out to my sponsors, okay? Baby, Copajn Vodka, we about to do some things. Live long health. Love you down. My sister's having her grand reopening, honey. The reopening. And I'm super excited for her. So sad I'm going to miss it. I literally just found out the date today. I'm like, gosh darn it. I'm not going to be able to go. But Diamond, I just want to say thank you for everything, Diamond. Live long health. It has changed my life. My life will never be the same. I'm so thankful that I decided to take the steps to really get some help in bettering my health and wellness. And I just feel like, honey, it's contagious. So I love y'all. I hope you have a beautiful, prosperous weekend and an amazing week next week. And we will see each other 2 weeks, baby. Bye. Hold on. What you saying? Great show. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I know this one is a shorty. I gotta run, but I love y'all. And until next time, bye.